Good
Good
afternoon,
afternoon.
everybody. Welcome to day 3 of our Scrapbooking Summit and our second live for the day. And yes, Lori, we know the coupon does not work. We're working on it. We're going to address that. There's a lot of technology that goes into a summit, way more than you even imagine. So, and sometimes things work on one place, but they don't work on another place. Sometimes they work in one country and not another country. And sometimes we scratch our heads and ask, why isn't it working? So Alana's in that situation where she's scratching her head and going, why isn't it working? It should work, but it's not working. So she's working on it, but we will get to that. We'll do our best to get that fixed. But welcome. If you're new on live, say hi. We have our regulars here. Say hi from East Tennessee, from New York. And I can't see what else went up the thing, but say hi. Welcome. This is an opportunity to ask questions. If you're doing the replay, put hashtag replay, come back, and we'll circle back, hopefully do the questions. And Alana also has a post in the Facebook group that you can go and ask any questions that you have for that. So lots of ways to reach out. If you have a tech issue, there's a tech post in the group. It helps us if it's all in one place because it's a lot easier for us to find the comments than to go and try and find everything that you're posting. But you can also respond to any of our emails. And Tracy will do her best to figure it out. So welcome. Hi from Ontario. Which part of Ontario are you in?
Lori. I know where Lori is.
I was going to say, Lori, no here. We're all Ontarians here. We are all in the same province, but we don't live close together. Well, Tracy and I do. But Alana lives 8 hours away, 7 hours
I am southwestern Ontario. That's right. Smack dab in the middle is where we are.
Well, I get to see her once a year, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So we start off generally, Alana, asking what you, let me get you over there. There we go. What you do, where you're from, and how you got into the world of paper crafting.
They have, hi. Here's my elevator pitch. How's that? So my name is Alana, and I am the owner of the Scrapbook Shop located in Listowel, Ontario. If you look at the map of Ontario, you will see in the southwestern section of it where the highway comes up and then it jogs. That's where Listowel is. Although Google has started calling it North Perth. That's us. So I started scrapbooking in high school, actually, with a wonderful company called Creative Memories, which many of us started with. And I took a hiatus for college, for university, and then came back to it after, my husband and I, my boyfriend at the time, but my husband now, we went on a trip. So I did a bit of scrapbooking, and my mother keeps bugging me that I should bring the scrapbook into the store so I can tell people where I started and where I went, because it is night and day. But I've also gotten older. My tastes have changed. My pictures have changed. Technology has changed. And all of a sudden, 6 years ago in March, we opened up a store, and my husband was all like, "This sounds great."
And here you are.
And here we are. That's right. Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah. For those who don't know Ellen's comment, I bet you there's a Tim Hortons right next to you. Tim Hortons is like coffee religion in Canada. There's nowhere else to explain it. So it's kind of like a Dunkin' Donut, but not really if you're not if you're in the US. If you're somewhere else, there are Tim Hortons scattered around places in the US and other countries, but it's like Canadian crack. I don't know how to put it. People are addicted to coffee. Yes, if you're a coffee drinker, but it's not just coffee. They have donuts and they have other things. So
they do. Pizza, and now they have pizza.
Yes.
I'm gonna say Tracy doesn't drink coffee, but she's probably been in a Tim Hortons.
I'm a cop's daughter. Of course, I eat donuts.
And Tim Hortons was a hockey player, and he started this. But it's like a religion. I know people when I was traveling, they come back to Canada and they're like, the first thing they had to do when I came back from Australia with this couple was find a Tim Hortons. And I'm like, I have to put this in context. If any Aussies are watching this, Australian coffee is amazing. So coming out of Australia and going, I got to have a Tim Hortons is like, really? Yeah. Because Tim Hortons is okay, but it's not the best coffee in the world by any means. So excellent. How about we start with you sharing what your project was? I know you did the BetterPress. There's some questions for you in the video that'll come to you, but a little bit over your project or your tutorial in some respects.
Yeah. So, I mean, if anybody's got any comments or questions, I mean, by all means, post them on the side there. But I don't. What were some of the questions first to start with? Because
Okay.
I
One of them is great tutorial, and thank you for sharing your tips and tricks. Yesterday, you could use a BetterPress also for stamping more cool things.
Yep.
Do you have a hot foil machine to foil with this?
Yes. So the hot foil machine is actually right here. So this is the hot foil machine. So it has a silicone mat, which is handy, and it comes in 2 pieces. Okay, so this is the electrical part that will plug in, and it actually heats up this piece here. So you put your plate on it. Okay, and there's your plate, and it is magnetized.
That was good timing.
It is sticky, so it will not move, but clearly not magnetized where it will fall off. That was so funny. So it does. How well can you see? Oh yeah, you can see that fine.
Yep.
So there is a really nice grid that's on there. Okay, so you can line up your paper really, really nicely, and you just close the lid. Okay, and then you let it sit. Well, I mean, you turn it on. Okay, so when it's plugged in, it will be a solid red. And then when it's warming up, it will flash red. Okay, so once it's green, it is ready to go. And then I will open it back up. I will hang on, let me grab them.
Hi, Joyce. We're demonstrating foiling BetterPress and things like
Yes.
that. Thank you for joining.
And playing with the foiling machine right now. Yeah.
That's right. So this is foil. Okay. It's the one that I've used already, but it does have a little piece here that I can reuse. Okay. So what I would do is I would then make my sandwich. So this is warmed up and I lay it down. I just breathed on it. Okay. I take my paper and I lay it down. And then I close my lid gently, of course. And then I pop it out and I run it through the Big Shot. Okay. Now, what's really cool about this very specific machine, okay, the Go Press, this will actually fit through your Cuttlebug too.
Yes,
Okay,
it does.
so for those very few of us who still has Cuttlebugs kicking around, the Go Press, not the stuff from Spellbinders, okay, the Glimmer machine will not fit. This, however, will. Okay.
Excellent. We have a question just for clarification. When foiling, what kind of foil do you use in the BetterPress, and do you use it in lieu of ink?
So the foiling is done in the hot foil machine. The ink is done in the BetterPress machine.
So it's not in lieu of, it's both.
Correct. Well, it's either. Okay, it's either. Yeah.
Okay. Somebody wrote it was 2 days ago, so she must already have it. So anybody who's made comments 2 days ago, it's because they're VIPs.
Right.
She said, my BetterPress is coming today, so your presentation is very timely.
Oh,
So
perfect.
for anybody who doesn't know, like me, or somebody who's new to scrapbooking, what is a BetterPress and how would I use it?
So the BetterPress machine is this one right here. So this is it here. Okay. And it's got springs. You can hear them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There's 4 of them. And if you're familiar with a technique called letter pressing, okay, better pressing just is a better way to do it. Okay. Because letter pressing is the act of debossing ink into paper. Okay. So with the BetterPress, you've got your plate, you've got your magnetic mat, and you have 3 shims. 3 shims. Okay. Now all of these get piled in together. 1, 2, 3, and then that one. And the magnet. And then to make your sandwich, okay, so you've got your BetterPress plate, which is mine is very well inked.
I just want to know, is it magnetic? Come on, show it.
That one.
This one is definitely magnetic. Okay. So with it though, you would apply ink and then you would put your paper onto here. Okay. Using a low tack tape. Okay. So it will go onto here. And then everything gets lined up like that. Okay. And now I would send it through the Big Shot. So once it's inked, the paper, and you take it all apart, you end up with this amazing, now this one's not my favorite one, but you can see that it is actually debossed into the paper. Okay. I think I might have, oh yeah, this one's even better. Yeah, see this one you can really see. There we go.
Mm-hmm.
See how it's debossed into the paper? It was actually kind of convenient that it chopped off, or that I didn't ink enough of it, because then you can actually see it a little bit better. So,
Excellent. Someone has.
and then this is it foiled instead.
It's pretty too.
I know, right? Isn't it gorgeous?
Ellen's been curious to see the BetterPress. Had heard about it, just really hadn't researched. Thanks, Alana, for a great demo. I have a Tim Holtz Vagabond and see that it would work with that.
Yeah, so the Vagabond, yes, it will fit in the Vagabond. The BetterPress will fit in anything Big Shot, so anything Sizzix. It'll fit in anything Spellbinders. It'll fit in anything that's got a wider opening. Okay, so if you've got a switch, it'll fit in the switch. Okay, and Sandy, yes, absolutely. The Go company, so the Go Press, they have a letterpress machine as well, and this is the only one that will fit through the Cuttlebug. Okay, I've got a few ladies who are pretty excited to hear about that. So there is an alternative. So if you have a smaller, then this will work for that. Okay, and yes, it will work in the Spellbinders. You bet. Okay. So Sandy's asking, can you explain a little bit more about the paper? Okay, so when you're working with the BetterPress, you need to use cold press watercolor paper for your best impression. Okay, so wherever my pile went, this, I think you should be able to see it.
You're talking my language when you talk cold press watercolor papers. I
love watercolor. I know, right? So the difference though between cold press, and I'm hoping, there it is. Okay, so you see the texture up here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cold press paper is thicker. Okay, it's almost mixed media paper. Okay,
does it have to be cotton or any type of cold press?
Preferably cotton, but I don't think it has to be. But I would suggest to all of you guys, I would suggest just play around with it to see if it works, to be perfectly honest.
Because if you're not familiar, cold press has cotton, mixed cotton, linen,
that's
whatever,
right.
And then just fibers. So,
and then the other option with watercolor paper is called cold press. Okay, now cold press is smoother.
Cold press, hot press, you mean?
Hot press, I mean, yes. Hot press is smoother. Okay, it's not as thick either. Yeah.
Go ahead.
It's not quite as thick as cold press because it's hot water, right? And I use it when I'm foiling instead. Okay, so anything that's nice and smooth, you'll get a better impression with the hot foiling. But the best when you're hot foiling is actually Yupo. Okay, which is a synthetic paper. Okay, it is a plasticky type paper. It's very, very hard to cut. Very, very hard to cut. But it is, so I'm feeling all my pile of paper here because I've got a really good sample of the Yupo. Oh, here it is. Okay, here's this one. Like you can hear it. I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, we can.
Okay, and it gives a great impression. Okay, so this is actually a great way to use your alcohol markers if you want to color your images. Okay.
You can send that one to me. That's cute. For those who just joined, yes, we know the coupon doesn't work. We don't know why it doesn't work. So
not yet anyway, but we will.
Yes, Alana's trying to pull her hair out. But if you have Safari, it might work.
Yes. And it has been working for some people, but also your coupon doesn't expire. Okay. So it's because I had one lady, she was in a bit of a panic because she thought it expired and it doesn't. Okay. So you guys don't have to worry about
mark the link.
It's okay. We gotcha. It's we gotcha.
But yes, we do know the coupon's not working. We don't know why the coupon's not working, but Safari, if you have it, which is the Apple browser, you can download Safari. If you're not an Apple, it should work.
Yes.
Some people are having it. Try Chrome, Firefox. Has anybody had any success on Microsoft Edge?
Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing.
I tried it. No.
Didn't work on Edge?
No, sorry.
So,
I'm going to bring all that up now.
So we do know it's not working.
Yes.
As we said at the beginning of this, there's a lot of tech that goes into all of this. And sometimes, because I'm going to give Alana, she worked really hard to make it work. And it was working. When we tested this all out before we went live, it just seemed to have a hiccup. So it's not working now, and we don't know why. So we will work on that.
So
because it doesn't shrink into the paper, which foil, when foiling like the BetterPress does? Does that make sense to you?
Yes. So Melody was just commenting with me actually, so that you can, so when you're using the cold press, because it's a thicker paper, you have the press will actually press into the paper. So there's more for it to move into.
It's meant to absorb. Hot press paper doesn't have as much of a tooth, does it?
Correct. That's right.
Can you, there we go. I'll show it. Ooh.
Just move it over so everybody can see it.
You can use most any paper for foiling, right?
Yes. As the smoother your paper, the better your foiling is going to be. Actually, I had a really terrible sample of a foil that I tried to do wherever it went. And I should have known, actually, I kind of did know that it wasn't going to work. But I was like, that's fine. There it is right there. Okay. So you see how it didn't quite finish foiling.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's because this is terrible picture. This is not very good quality. This is terrible paper. But I was like, I've got some extra. Let's play around. Yes. So this, let me tell you guys, see, this is so funny. This has become my play pile. My sample pile.
It's good to have.
It does. Yeah, it does. Although, you know what I didn't do? I didn't put, what they're actually, what kind of paper it is.
Oh, okay. So you could tell people this is the good one, or yes.
So on an up note, as much, I hate to toot my own horn, but I can now tell by the feel of it what the paper is.
Yeah.
Also, everybody is familiar with AC cardstock. Okay. So this is actually trying to press on AC cardstock. And this is actually a Brilliance ink is what it is. And well, you can see that it didn't Brilliance very well. Okay. Because it's just the wrong paper. It's the wrong kind of texture. It's terrible. Yeah.
Does the BetterPress, that's a hard word to say all the time. Does the BetterPress fit into a Platinum 6 machine?
I believe so. Yes. I believe that's their standard machine. Because they've got, Scout is nothing.
Something you're not allowed to say yet.
Oh, yes. It's the Platinum 6.
Well, Tim Hortons is down the street, right? Is it?
Good thing too.
You have to remember to wipe off the paper and the foil to remove dust.
Yeah, depending on how often you use your stuff. Yes, that's good advice.
Yes, the BetterPress also fits into the 6. I don't even know what that one is. You guys do.
The 6-inch Barcraft. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah. So then, yes, it will fit. Thank you for that. I don't know all my machines. I have a vendor show coming up. I'm not going to lie. I'm kind of excited about it. So I get to see all of the machines. Yeah.
Okay. I'm surprised nobody's asked this, but I'm going to.
Yeah, what's
So
up?
you have the hot foil, the plate, or not the plate, but I'm going to say machine. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then you have the BetterPress, right?
Yep.
Because again, we want to make sure people do this or don't do this, right? Can you put the foil with the BetterPress? Not the hot foil, I know, but let's just kind of make this.
So this is the So this is what a BetterPress plate looks like. Okay. This is what a foil plate looks like. Okay. So the BetterPress plates have a coating on them, and so do the foiling. Okay. The difference, of course, is that it is a different, oh my gosh, I just had the word. It is a different coating. Okay. So while technically speaking, yes, you can BetterPress with this, you're not supposed to. Okay. So longevity testing has said that this will eventually wear out and it will stop working for your foiling. Okay. However, when they did foiling with this, they had no issues at all in any way, shape, or form, which was super exciting. Okay. So while yes, you could.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Yeah, Alana, you're frozen. Hopefully she'll come back in a minute. She frozen for you, Tracy?
Yes, she is.
Oh.
She's dancing slowly.
She's back.
It says reconnecting now.
Yeah. Well, what you froze and then you went. It brings you back really fast and it puts it all in one frame.
Yeah.
It buffers, which is kind of cool. So when you came back, you went.
You entertained us. Thank you.
I am here to entertain.
Great. She tells us in suspense. There you go.
Right. Yes.
Did that answer your
question?
To
reiterate, okay, you can BetterPress, and so you can ink and foil. You can foil. Okay. You could ink, but not recommended. Okay. All right.
There you go.
I guess
you were holding us in suspense.
Just curious.
Yeah,
can you? But with the actual, I'm going to say it's a machine. I'm going to call it a machine, even though it's the plate, like not the die, not that plate, but I'm calling it. What would you call the actual? I say the machine. That part. Thank you.
Yeah, it's the machine. Yep, I would call it the machine.
Okay, because it's like it goes in a machine. You know what I mean?
Well, they go into a die cutting machine.
Well, yeah. So I'm like, Anyways, can you put the foil on the BetterPress one in there? Do you know what I mean? And understand.
I do. So the biggest difference is that there's no way to heat this up.
Yeah.
Okay. And unfortunately, you do need heat in order to make the foil press into the paper, which is exactly what happens. Okay. And it will literally, the heat is what melts it so that it sticks onto the paper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good. That's why I was just going, okay. Because I just, we don't want a client to buy one or the other and say, oh, that didn't work, or I wrecked this part.
Yeah.
Right. So it's, yeah.
This was a comment from earlier, which you guys may put in context because I can't, which is comparable to the Gina K adjustable machine. I believe it fits hers.
I believe so as to err on the side of caution, I would use the one from the Go Press, because I'm not sure either. So that is a Google question. Actually, you know what? I know Gina. I can email her and find out.
So the foiling plates will wear out if used on the BetterPress, but not if used exclusively with the foiling machine.
Correct. Yeah. So you foil with your foil plates.
This one's similar, I think, is what you were just saying. You shouldn't use your foiling plates in the BetterPress, but you can use your BetterPress plates in the foiling machine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If you don't have a die cutting machine, can you press down the BetterPress plates manually, and will it work?
You could try. I don't know anybody who has that much strength personally.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's because
Because it's not just stamping.
It's
I mean,
not,
it's also going.
it's literally debossing it into the paper.
Yeah, that's the part that I don't think, like you're saying, unless you can really push down in every single spot. No.
Yeah, I don't think so. No, I don't think there would be enough pressure, to be honest.
Are there not some types of foils which will work with pressure rather than heat, as well as when used in a Cricut?
Actually, the ones in the Cricut, they use heat as well. It's just a pen, and that pen is plugged in and it creates heat. So it's heat too. But you're right, the foil that works with pressure is typically used with adhesive as well. So like last summit, I used a tacky when dry and used foil that way. And I used it through a stencil, and that was pretty cool actually. But it works with, well, it adheres, right? So it sticks to it because it is very, very sticky for quite some time.
Question: what makes using the BetterPress different than just using the BetterPress plates in a regular die cutting machine?
So the BetterPress machine has this plate to it, okay? And it has a little bit of a give to it. You can actually use your dies, your regular dies, in the BetterPress, and it won't cut your paper, okay? Because it's got that much of a give that it actually absorbs that type of pressure for it.
Okay. Does that answer your question, Susan? I think so. That one I don't know, because I'm like, I don't know that part.
Therefore, resident expert.
Is that because I hadn't heard? Is the BetterPress relatively new? Is that?
It is, yeah. So last January, so January of 2023, they released it at what has become Creativation, and they actually won an award for it for best new machine. Yeah.
Would that be the same as using a magic mat?
In what regard?
I guess I don't know. Good question. We'll have to
Good question.
Give us some more detail on that, Susan. Susan's very knowledgeable. I will say that. She's on all calls and she knows a lot. I think she must, with the BetterPress.
You want to substitute the BetterPress.
Well, if she didn't have the BetterPress and she only had the Magic Mat, would it work the same way?
Oh, I gotcha. No, it will not work.
No, the Magic Mat, if I'm correct, it's so you don't have to buy a new mat.
Yeah, it doesn't warp your.
It doesn't get all warped like you're saying when you put the dies through and stuff. But this is a whole different reasoning. This one, the BetterPress, exactly. Whole different purpose.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool machine. It reminds me of when we used to see wedding cards, and they had that amazing debossed ink. And it was letterpressed, right? And it was just like the thank yous that we had to send out after we got married were so rich and they were so beautiful. It was just gorgeous. Yeah.
So Susan said, "Thank you. Curious. I do have a BetterPress, but haven't used it yet. You guys keep buying stuff and not using it. Oh, no.
Get it out of the box."
How about this, Susan? Sorry there. You had to be in all the other calls, okay, there, Alena. I am not afraid to use the BetterPress, okay, as I am with a lot of the other machines,
like the
Cricuts and whatever stuff like that. But these I can use, so you can use it, Susan. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, actually, and I think that's one of the reasons why they won the award that they did, because this machine has the lowest learning curve I have ever encountered with a machine. It is almost zero. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. Like it's so hard to screw up. It blows my mind. Yeah.
Yes. So Melody said Gina uses a different foil to laminate with and or polyglaze. You
guys understand that, not me? So you know what? I feel like her foil will work in the Go Press and Foil machine. So if you're using like heat foil will work with heat foil. I will get back to you on that, because I feel like yes, her foil will work, but the Like these plates, though, they will not work on her foiling machine because somebody mentioned in the comments that this is a laminate. Like her foiling machine is the laminating machine. It's the Mink. And thank you for reminding me that because I had completely forgot. Don't tell Gina. And yes, though these plates will not go through that machine. Yeah, don't do that.
We all have items we haven't unboxed, right? Are we supposed to use them? That is true. And Susan said she's not afraid to use it, Tracy. She just has to learn how to use her other machine first.
I gotcha.
Her adjustable machine first.
Yeah.
We have a no, it's it, but I don't know who this came from. So this is in the context of Gina's, I guess. No, it's a deco.
Yes, it is. Yeah. So Gina K is deco foil. Yeah.
Deco foil. Excellent. Yeah. What's your favorite thing to make, Alena? Like you're in all this stuff that you have. Actually, let me ask a question. Given this is your business, how often do you make for fun?
For fun, like hardly ever. I typically will. I make a point of doing 4, sometimes 5 if I'm lucky, vendor shows a year, just so that I can play around and learn. And so I get to take classes and I get to learn how the BetterPress works or how the foiling machine works, or I get to learn about some new paste that Nuvo has come out with, or I get to learn, I get to play with some new stuff, right? And that really is the only time I get to play. I do have a craft room at home. I only got it back. What is this? The 8th. So I literally just got it back 4 weeks ago, and all of the furniture is in. And I do have a project on the desk that I have been like every once in a while I'll play around with, but I haven't been able to, right? Like, so
it's an interesting different perspective because we've talked excuse me, with some designers, but with you who own stores, you're not, it's a very, like, it's still your business, you and Tracy as well. It's your business, but you have to become more knowledgeable and almost like an expert on a lot of things.
Correct.
Both of you for your stores, right? We have designers who really are just knowledgeable on their designers, and they're still not crafting for themselves because they're busy on designs, but they have a very different perspective, right? So, if you guys are looking for advice on what to buy and what to do, don't go to the designers. Come to these guys. Come to Tracy. Come to Alana. Come to people who own the stores. Because like we have things like 12 by 12 scar stock, Whimsy stamps, all of them. They're going to promote their stuff while you guys are really representing the broader place.
Yes.
So if you have questions about what to do or what you want, these are the ladies to ask, Tracy and Alana.
Absolutely. Because one of the main reasons why we opted to go store route instead of doing direct sales was because I hate being limited. I hate it. I cannot stand it. The idea of putting limitations on my creativity, like, are you kidding me? It's like, no. So I will take these vendor shows and I will literally take Echo Park and Pink Fresh, and I will take Nuvo, and I will take Simple Stories, and I like Wham Bam. And I've got, like, as an end user, this is what I love. I love bringing in lines across lines and using those lines across lines. Like, we've got 3 lines in the store right now from Reminisce, Simple Stories, and Photo Play, and they're all like the color palettes are all the same, so you can easily mix and match the embellishments and the stickers and the die cuts and the paper, and it will work fantastically. Like, it's amazing. Like, it's totally better.
There's a lot of brands, or a lot of people, they're, they see, this, like the Photo Play or whatever brand, they have to buy that paper and those embellishments to go with it, which is fine. But it's like, no, you can mix and mingle. It's okay.
Let me show you what else we got.
Good question for both of you. Where and when are the scrapbooking paper craft shows for consumers in Ontario? I can even answer some of those, but I'll let you guys take that.
Well, the very first one that comes to mind, of course, is Scrapfest. Okay, Scrap Fest happens in Kitchener-Waterloo at the Odd, and it actually also happens in Cambridge, although it is much, much smaller when they go there. And there is
When is Scrap Fest? That's just gone by.
April.
Yeah, it's always around Easter.
Yeah.
Let's just say that before, after.
Usually in April. Yes, it's usually in April. I'm like racking my brain. I'm like, when was it? Yes, it's usually in April. And they do change the dates. So you just want to make sure that you check their website, of course. I know Tracy and myself both advertise when it is coming up because we do not go to Scrap Fest as a store. I go myself as a me.
Tracy goes to the store though.
That's right. Tracy does go as a store. But we both offer specials while it's happening. Okay. And I'm like, Tracy, I know you did. You had a cool table of stuff.
The other thing too is like Tracy, are there other shows? Sorry, before I interrupt. But
that's the biggest one. And then we do have one here in store that we do, but it's for you guys.
do you have other other answers?
We do actually have we are participating in the Great Ontario Shop Hop, which is not everything all at once, or not everything all together, but from June 15th until July 31st, there is a shop hop going on. So that's certainly a consumer show, and it's in Ontario as well. So there's 4 stores that are participating.
Tracy, any other ones?
Honestly, in Ontario,
well, but you are often. I mean, if you're in, Tracy's often at Crops, right? You bring your store to them.
Yes. Yep.
So,
but of course, if anybody's ever in Ottawa, you're allowed to call me and say, "Come on over," right?
So we're trying to. I put Tracy's kind of a virtual store that moves to locations. So she does crops and things like that. Does Creative Festival not happen anymore?
I don't believe so.
Here's a great question for you, Alana and Tracy. Actually, both of you get to answer this. Tracy, put your fingers in your ears so you don't hear Alana's answer and see if they know. Don't be kidding.
Actually, I'm actually going to look this up because that is a really good question.
What do you know off the hands, Tracy? What are your top?
It's been a while.
Selling products in your store.
You're saying products and brand. Like to me, I'm going to say a brand, and that's because I remember we spoke about this last year on here too. For me, it's 49 Market. I cannot keep it in stock.
Right.
And that's the biggest one. Simple Stories, of course.
Yes, Simple Stories was pretty big for us.
Those are probably like really, it's 49 Market, and Lisa Horton now is catching up for my clients too. I find I'm selling, more and more of her. Sorry. But products themselves, what's the hot product? I'm trying to think of this one.
Alana's looking it up, so she's gonna.
Yeah, you do that. But
what's the hottest machine?
The BetterPress right now.
The BetterPress right now, yeah. You know what? My number one seller is black enamel dots.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
That's funny because that's a color I don't even bring in usually for dots.
Hilarious. Black enamel dots.
Really?
Well, you should, Tracy.
Yeah. I'm listening.
And so we are actually really well known for our faith-based section in our store. So actually I forgot I can turn you guys.
There we go.
So I was standing in front of my cropping section. So this is now the store. And we've got these posts in the way that apparently I'm not allowed to move.
They kind of hold up the building. I don't know.
Well, they hold up the apartment upstairs. Yeah. So we've got right here, right, this small section. So this is our what we call our faith-based section. And it has everything from Easter to Hanukkah to, most of it is Christian-based, to be perfectly honest, but it's not Easter and Christmas. Okay, so it is very like somebody's had a christening, or somebody's gone to a band camp, or somebody's gone to, like they've just finished. There's a group of, what did they do? when there's a community here in town or like in our area that when all of the young girls turn 17, they do this thing, and I can't remember the name of it, but I have a lot of ladies who come in and they're looking for like Bible verses that are very inspiring and very uplifting. So we are known for that. So we do have a lot of that.
Hmm.
And yeah, I mean, my card stock.
I don't even know that
Doesn't
word.
have a good solid card stock, right?
So Susan said, is that what it's called? A Catalina?
Cotillion. I don't even know how to pronounce
You
it.
know what? Yes, I think you're right. Yes, I think that is what it's called.
We can't pronounce it, but that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Now, Susan, can you pronounce it for us? That doesn't work when you're on. That's when you put it through Google and say, please pronounce this for me.
I see it in French. I would say Cotillion. Is that what I'd say? But Cotillion.
Yeah, well,
Cotillion. That's correct, Tracy.
Cotillion.
Cotillion, a former ball. Yes, cotillion. When you put a formal ball, I remember the name of it. That is very old. Excellent. Good question, Susan, about asking what the top sellers are. So, and Tracy, you need to bring in dots. So there you go.
Oh, the dots, yeah, but the black, I don't even get asked for them.
So sometimes though, black is also in like inside of other colors, right?
Yes.
But
true.
yeah, so we have a huge following of Disney as well. So we've got a pretty big Disney section. And so
and there goes Simple Stories new line coming in, right?
Exactly. Yeah. We're allowed to talk about it. They have a new magic line coming.
Yes, we could see they're coming out.
If not, you're the first to know.
Yep.
I know they're not as stickle about when, sneak peeks and telling people and, all that other good stuff. So
Susan said black ones are good for eyes, which makes sense.
This is very true. Yeah.
Which makes sense. So. Excellent. Any other questions about the BetterPress? What's in the store? Oh, sorry, I got this weird message on.
It's kind of funny to see like this post. It's like, I'm just going to move over this way a bit more. There we go.
It's beautiful. So there you go.
Good.
Yes. You have the door. It's quiet in her store because she locked them all out for us. So
it's true. Yes.
Not that the store is not there. She's locked all the people out and they're banging at her door going,
I was going to say, we'll start seeing the faces. Let us in. Right?
Well, this is why we booked for this time, actually, because we are on Saturdays. So this is Saturday. So we're open 11 until 2 on Saturdays. And so we booked for 2:30 just to give, there's always the stragglers, myself included. And yeah, so I just locked the door and said, too bad. So I can come and be here with you guys and actually be here with you guys. So.
And if you are a VIP and you're in Canada or not even in Canada, you can always check out her store. She's offered a coupon on scrapbookingshop.ca. Is that right?
Scrapbookshop.ca.
There's no ing. There's no ing in there. Scrapbookshop.ca. There's a coupon that she's generously given that you can use. So you can use that if you're in Canada. If you're not in Canada, sometimes it's worth it. Sometimes it's not when it comes to shipping and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, and we ship worldwide as well. So we totally ship worldwide. We've shipped actually one of our very first orders went to Poland.
There you go.
Which is amazing. Wow. When we first got our website. Yeah.
Very first orders. That's interesting.
Yeah, one of our online orders.
I wanted to make sure I got it up right. It's 30% off your purchase of $50 or more.
That's right.
And there's some exclusions that apply, definitely. Yes. But if that's something you're looking for, that's a great deal. So take advantage of that one as well. I wrote down expiry June 30th.
Place your orders now because she's got nothing else to do.
You missed the part where I said it was closed. So I'm
yeah. No.
You see, excellent international shipping service from Alena.
Thanks, Janice. Aw, great. I'm glad to hear.
So definitely take advantage of that. And if you're not a VIP, this is where it pays for yourself, right? Mm-hmm. Right. You buy the VIP, you get 30% off of this. You get access to all the recordings and everything else. So people don't get that. That's a really good deal. So if you don't have the VIP and you want to buy something from Alena's shop, get the VIP. because basically you get 2 for 1 because that's the price that you're going to save. So,
Mm.
and there's tons of other really good things. Tracy has a shop coupon as well. And there's some great, several people have written in the Facebook group, just some of the other gifts are worth the price alone. The VIP bonuses are worth over $1,000. If you add them all together and you take advantage of them, and you don't need to take advantage of them all, but you take advantage of them over $1,000. So don't take a look at it if you haven't. If you are, we'll be sending out an email on Monday telling you when things expire, because once it's gone, it's gone. So you have to go in and look at it and do that. So do that. And thank you so much for sharing your Saturday with us, Alena. Really appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate everybody else sharing their Saturday with me as well. It's been fun.
It has. And thanks for the great questions. If you're listening to the replay and you have any questions, just post them. We will circle back as much as we can. Post them in the group as well. And has a post in the group.
Yep.
And we will work out the tech problems.
That's right. Yes.
Might take a day or two.
Does not expire. The coupon
does not expire. Just keep the link. We'll work them out. We don't know. Like I said, Alana doesn't really know why it's not working. So tech problems are really easy to solve when you know why.
And actually, funnily enough, when Tracy messaged me the first time, I was like, okay, I think I know what the problem is. And then I'm on hold with IT. And literally, just as he picked up, he's like, hey, how can I help? I'm like, I just fixed the problem. Okay, well, thank you. And then, so this is why some of you are able to use the coupon and some of you aren't. But please bear with us while we figure out why not everybody
can. And if anybody's getting a malware alert when they hit our website, it's not our website, it's our email server. So our website has no malware, none of our systems do, but it's the link that gets put in the email that's been imposed on us by Google changes that recently happened.
Right.
And I actually think it's the malware that hasn't updated to the changes. So it's everything we're doing is right.
Yeah.
It's the malware that's detecting something that Google did a major change. Hi, watching from Sydney, Australia. Vicky, what time is it there? Are you sleeping? I gotta get my time changes in here. It must be 6 a.m. maybe.
Give or take.
Give or take 5 a.m.
Depending where in Australia she is.
Sydney. She's in Sydney, so it's 12. It's either 14 or 12 hours difference. So it's either 3 in the morning or 5 in the morning. I believe. So
either way, it's probably way too early, Vicky.
Vicky, you are dedicated. We're almost
thrilled that you're here. Thank you. This is exciting.
Dedication from some of our wonderful scrapbookers. People have been doing projects in the group, which is just great. So hi, everyone. Oh, it's early.
Or I'm late.
Late. 5:18 in the morning, Vicky.
5:18. Yeah.
We are just wrapping up, actually, Suzette. So.
Yep, I agree. She should be just waking up.
We're just waking up. 5 a.m. We will be back, though, in a more reasonable time for you guys in Australia. And you can always go backwards and listen. We've had some great discussions about the BetterPress, how to use the BetterPress. What was the other one? The foil?
The hot foil machine. Yep, the Go Press and foil.
Go Press. We've had some good discussions about what you can do with them, what you can't do with them.
Right.
The replay for all the questions and answers stay up. So they're not going away. So you can look at them on the YouTube channel. If you're going on the YouTube channel, you have to hit lives. So if you go on Embellished Connections, all the replays are there. The links that in the email will take you to the replay as well. And if you're on just the general channel, you have to hit lives at the top, and that will take you to all the lives. My phone's beeping with spam of all things. It's likely spam. Yes, go away.
Yeah, probably.
Well, my phone actually tells me it's likely spam, which is nice. So definitely have to go back. Oh, definitely. I do have a BetterPress.
Yes. Excellent.
So some good suggestions for the BetterPress. Vicky, yes, just got up. Great. You can watch the replay, and we'll be back at 6 o'clock
with somebody from Australia. How about that? With Alicia again, but Redshaw.
And 7 o'clock with Pam.
With Pam. That's right.
Yes. So if you have any, and if you're doing any of these projects, put them in. If you have questions about the BetterPress or anything, just post them on Alena's thread. There's an image of that.
Oh.
If you have problems with their coupon, somebody wants in?
No, I just realized. Rate. Hang on. I got it right there.
Yeah.
That's the step card.
Step card?
Yeah. So this is the coupon that's not working.
Oh,
Okay.
so you're gonna tease us. Nobody can get this here.
So this is what we are trying to get to you.
That's funny. It's like, yeah, that's what's not working, but let's get it to you.
But it is for some of you. So
Because what it's doing, it's taking one step at a time.
yeah,
Huh? Come on.
I love it.
It's
love
working with us. It's just, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, so definitely Suzette as well. You know you're in Canada, so and have the VIP. So she has a great discount
That's
in her
right.
store. So check that out as well if you're VIP. Can you show that layout hanging up to your right?
Oh,
There's
boy.
actually two of them. So, and you know what? I've got enough battery power now.
Suzette, if you couldn't get the
card.
freebie, we know the card. We're working on that. If you're having any issues with the discount, then reach out as well.
Yes, please do. Because when they should work. So back earlier, you asked me what my favorite thing to do is. My favorite thing is to do layouts as well as mini albums. Those, and actually that's a mini album up there as well. That's can be a card. But yeah, so I love doing layouts, and I love the more intricate, the more I love it. It's just so much fun.
Very nice.
Is that backwards for you guys?
No?
Yes,
Well, the letter, yes, I guess
the words are backwards, yeah.
Okay. So it says "My Sweet Family" is what it says. Yeah.
Terry says I can't get it on Google Edge. Yeah, we know, Terry. We know the coupon's not working. Safari, if you happen to have Safari, it might work.
Yes.
Alana doesn't know why it's not working, and she's working with her tech team to
That's
eventually figure it out, because it seems
right. Yeah, but it doesn't expire, so it's not.
So bookmark the link. It doesn't expire. We will get it to you once it's working.
Yes.
Yeah, it's one of those. There's a same with Alicia's. If you've had problems with Alicia's, she's a beautiful artist, but not a techie. She's working her best. She was actually on posting in the Facebook group at like 3:00 in the morning, another Australian. So she was answering questions. I know she feels bad about it. So I've reached out to her. We're going to fix that so it never happens to her again. But it's that. I mean, the good part is everybody wants it. The bad part is it's not working. So, so that's the good part is everybody wants your card, Alana. The bad part is we'll just get there.
Yeah.
So thank you,
Susan. That's very kind of you.
Backwards, it's beautiful. Yes, it is beautiful. Yeah. So thank you so much, Alena, for sharing your time with us. Thank you, everybody who's here live. Tracy and I will be back. If you are a VIP, remember some of the coupons expire. If you're not a VIP and you want to shop at Alena's shop, buy the VIP because it's gonna, be the worth the cost. Yes. And we appreciate you, and thank you so much, everyone. Thanks.
Thank you.
Bye.